Hey everybody, Doug here from 2 Plus Tough, and if you have been following along with the channel, you'll know that we've been doing a Conquest First Blood Paint Along League, a very low stress way to bring out your models and start painting up basically an army list over time, really over the month of October and a little bit into November, of painting up a very simple, small force. Conquest First Blood does not use a ton of miniatures, and you can get into it for as low as $50. And that's if you use my affiliate link down below. Now, there's been a ton of awesome painters who have followed along and left stuff in the comments and have been really excited about it. And so as we complete the first milestone of the First Blood Paint Along League, I decided to do a little bit of a video. I threw up a hashtag that if you use it on either Twitter or Instagram, I will show off your army. So that's what we're doing today. We're taking a look at all of the 400-point factions for Conquest First Blood. Also, as a follow-up to my initial video regarding this whole thing, we did a live stream giving away the 2-player starter sets, and those have both been sent out into the mail. Congrats to our winners. And if you would like to jump in, it is not too late whatsoever. You just got to get caught up a little bit, and you can jump in. I'll have a full detail on like the different milestones we're going to be doing here in the future. But again, if you wouldn't mind supporting the channel, if there's not a local store near you, you should go support them first. But if you wouldn't mind, the affiliate link in my description down below does save you 10% on your purchases and goes a super long way to helping support the channel. Really, the response to this all has been massive, and it has had like real world changes for my wife and I. It's been very humbling. So thank you so much. So our first entry is from Erin, and she has been painting up her Old Dominion here. And this was actually posted on the 2 Plus Stuff Discord over on the Conquest channel. Said, hi all, had a bit of a late start, but I'm working furiously to paint to have Evil Pope Ladies Warband up to 400 points in time. It looks like you did a fantastic job. So what we're looking at here, I believe there was a list here at the end, but that's a wonderful looking miniature. Oh my gosh, you crushed it. Here is our looks like Moroi, I believe is what they are. Very cool job on the swirls, adding just a little bit of color there. That was a good choice. Oh yeah, and here we go. The Hierodeacon, which is what I'm going to call, I don't know how it's actually pronounced, and 3 acolytes. Okay, right on. And then down below that is just a mountain of Moroi. Yes, I was correct on that. And all that comes out to 390 points. Yeah, Old Dominion have some expensive units. They certainly do. Partially because as they die, it's, you know, fodder to use their cool abilities, which is fair, but these are looking fantastic, Aaron. You did a wonderful job. I like the choice of kind of like the darker purple on them. It looks like I'm pretty sure you use contrast paints, which they look fantastic. Did a really cool thing with the smoke by having like the gray and again the kind of like ruddy blood red / brown kind of worked in. Makes it look like it's kicking up dust, which I do like. And I can't get over the Hierodeacon itself. I do see there's 4 models here when there's only 3 listed, but I understand you had an extra dude right from the stand, so I totally get that. Why not just make a match? Plus it gives you a little bit of variety when it comes to which of your acolytes you choose to go into battle with. So wonderful job, Aaron. Thank you so much. This next one also comes over from Twitter. It is by Cam, Admiral Akbar 93, I love it. Lord Otto the Bear Bondorf leading his men-at-arms into battle. Definitely over 400 points. I just got on a roll painting. Okay, that's totally fine. That is totally fine. Let's see what you got here. Oh, 100 Kingdoms. Oh, that is looking fly. So you went with a lot of the same colors I did, but yours are like much more muted, and I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and like this for you. We'll do it in real time. You saw me do it. I'm looking at these. Love the banners. I'm curious. So when I got the set, I didn't have the banners in there. Are those the actual banners from the Men-at-Arms kit? Curious. Those look terrific. Yeah, you got some great stuff going here. I like the green you chose for the trim of their outfits. Everything looked great, dude. You did a wonderful job. Oh, you absolutely crushed it here with these. Yeah, okay, so I gotta look at this because this is the kind of stuff that I'm super into, especially I have a painting project coming up here soon that's kind of on the DL, but I love doing quartered stuffs and have designs kind of like you have here with a quarter and half right here, but I have never been good at achieving, first of all, this circular one here. That looks absolutely terrific. The perfect line going across. I'm curious if you use like an actual, what do you call it? Like a tape or whatever. It just looks perfect. Same thing over here, a little bit thicker. But if you look in the back, that one right there where it has the mirror images, like a yin-yin type thing, but with the circle, that is so flippin' cool. And I would love to know how you achieved that if it was simple. If it took you a month to do. Don't tell me. It'll just make me sad. This looks absolutely fantastic. Damn, Lord Otto the Boar Bondorf is pretty sweet. And here we are back on the 2+ Tough Discords. We can see there's Aaron entry, the ones I got the picture from. And now we have Expectare, which is the, just finished this up. Probably take a better set of pictures tomorrow morning. Okay, let's see. Do that? Nope. Okay, not quite yet. That's cool. We'll work with these here. Oh, and we went for the Nords. These look terrific, man. You did a wonderful job on the skin. Specifically, I mean, the fact that you got his eyes at all is amazing. But I was looking her neck and where her shoulder meets. You did some great highlight work. I'm picking out, I mean, just the structure. And over here on the right, I'm not really sure what's going back with Hunchback of Notre Dame over here, but I like him quite a bit. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of sitting like Toad from the first X-Men movie. I kind of dig it. These guys are wonderful. Oh, I love the green. Very nice. Okay, these would be Reavers, I think. I think there's a list here at the end, but we'll double check. Again, looking really good on the highlights of the flesh. Yeah, they just look so mean. Okay, and then we have Huskarls. These are like the more heavy infantry, right? So these are, other ones are your Marauders. These are your Chaos Warriors, so to speak, if you're going with Warhammer lingo. And these guys can be brutal to try and dislodge in the right senses. I mean, man alive. Yeah, here we are with our full list here. So we have Jarl. Oh, it's a tracker. That makes perfect sense. Like it's okay, it's crawling over rocks following a lot of sense. So a Jarl, a tracker, and a tactician. And raiders, those were raiders. Okay, right on. With a captain, which is cool. And then a unit of Huskar. What a great mixture. Now what's cool is the raiders, I believe, they do have barrage, if I'm not mistaken. They hurl axes at people and they charge in. They're all nasty. That's super fun. The Jarl itself can be a brutal unit in combat, especially if it goes in with the Huskarls next to it. There's some cool stuff here. Wonderful job. Expectare, that's how I pronounce it, hopefully. You did great. Now I have one more entry here from a local friend of mine, Wiley, and he's participating. Like I said, this is the gentleman who I took those really fun pictures with, his 100 Kingdoms and my Dweg home. He has like every army. He's one of my local vanguards. He's fantastic. And he wanted to jump in, and so he's been painting up his Wadroon. Very colorful, very vibrant. I think I have this in like one more picture. Yeah, sort of a higher view, but I kind of like the angle on this one. Fills out the screen a bit more. And they look fantastic. Everyone's outfits kind of like pop off of their skin color. So like blues and browns, you can tell the difference. You can parse them very easily. Reds and browns are the same way. Over here, when it comes to their clothing, you have blue skin and sort of like a lavender or a mauve, I guess, garb on them. And that, I don't know, it goes across the entire army. Like, I love when, it's really hard when you have colors like green for their skins and a lot of browns, because they're like living off of like animal furs and stuff like that. It can become very like camo-y and kind of muted, but I love when painters go for the gusto and make everything Skittles rainbow. I mean, everything's great. They all look fantastic. I went toe to toe with a number of these units, actually. I believe is it the Queen on Rider? I don't know. These Raptor Riders are flippin' brutal on the charge. I really like them as units. I was not super plussed about most of the Wadroon, like infantry, the basic infantry, which is really what draws me to a faction. But yeah, the Raptor Riders are just pure awesome. As are the little tiny Velociraptor things, the Beast Swarm. But while you did great, dude, you crushed it. These are some wonderful looking minis, and it's super fun to play against them on the table. And I'm sure you folks will see lots of pictures of these as we get some more games in here locally. Now at this point, I will translate over and I will show off my 100 Kingdoms that I did. You can see I really stuck to just a few colors. I just wanted a little bit of variety within my men-at-arms units. I wanted them to look like they were kind of conscripted or brought together from various holds within a particular kingdom. I did actually settle on a name for my noble lord on foot. He is Bertrand Leport, French for the door, Lord Protector of the Sea Watch Keep. My lore behind him is basically a heavily traveled shipping route that is, quote, the door to inner prime land for trading. They control that port, so it's of vital significance. Their biggest threats are Wadroon and Nord. Wadroon, who want to come in and hunt all the fish and basically take all the food and natural resources while crippling and toppling the human empires, and the Nords, who raid the shores. And just to recap, in case anyone's curious, this is a noble lord on foot with 2 bodyguards, keeping it really simple there, 2 units of men-at-arms, one with 6 dudes, one with 4, and a unit of crossbowmen. Now let's talk about where to go next. I'll throw it up here on the screen. This is my little logo I made. I'm going to keep referring to this and keep sharing it over time. Conquest First Blood Paint Along League milestone marker, which he just finished up 10/3, so October 3rd. I apologize, it's coming out a little bit late. I had a sore throat after some travel this weekend. And then the next milestone is going to be the 17th. Now, when the 17th comes, this is where the league gets a lot easier and more loosey-goosey. At this point, you're filling up a full 800 point list. That is a full-sized game for Conquest First Blood. The thing that I would challenge you with, though, is for your warband to add a brute or a cavalry unit, because at this point you can start playing around with some of the different types of profiles that exist in the game. So if for me, 100 Kingdoms, I'm going to grab a knight or something like that. I definitely want that in there. You can also add whatever you want. I mean, of course, please do what you like first. It's just, I think that for the purposes of slow growing and kind of getting exposure to different models and the way that they function in the game, it's a good opportunity. So that's going to be 10/17, October 17th, coming up here soon. Now, at the end of that point, if you follow along, we will have another video just like this, doing the Conquest Tough roundup of images. So please keep posting. Again, you can post them on Twitter, Instagram, or the 2+ Tough Discord, and I will get them. I'm going to be a bit down to the wire this time because I'm also working on a brutal painting project coming up for a Horus Heresy Weekender that I'm very excited about. So this will be a challenge for me. I have a lot of things to paint. And the last milestone that I have here is on November 1st, and I call it Master the Field. Essentially, by the point of October 17th, you'll have a full 800 point list, but the reason I pointed out one more milestone is because that's when it gets fun, when you can start adding extra things. You know, like maybe you have an extra set of sprue of guys that are just 4 dudes, kit bash them to make a cool like a crew for your leader, part of his little entourage, his regiment. Maybe make some optional kits, like if there's 2 units that cost the same, you build one now and you build the other later, and you just kind of like explore what you like. It's kind of a not really a point limit, but you add to your collection to where you can have multiple First Blood lists. That's all we're going for. That can be as big or small of a project as you want. And so I'm going to say it one more time. If you want at the October 17th or November 1st mile markers to have your stuff featured, please use Conquest Tough, the hashtag right there on the screen, and I will dredge through the internet and pull it all together. One more massive thank you to everyone who has used that affiliate code in the description down below. It has had major, positive consequences for my life, and it's just meant the world to me. So thank you so much. If you're looking for ways to expand, please consider using that to go shop through the Bellum store, and I will catch you very soon as we paint along with more Conquest First. Happy wargaming, y'all.